Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. We are back. It's good to be. I always do that. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Uh, got some news to get into, guys. Before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog, or all forms of social media. Please smash the like button, guys. Also, join the Patreon. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe for just $5 a month. Get the lock of the week. Get asked to book you anything. Get requested video. Get the updated props. Get locks and parlays that no one else is privy to. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. And that's not cap, that's facts. We're hitting locks. We're making money on this every single week. All right, y'all. World of Wrestling. I got people asking me about Canelo and Crawford. It's too much weight. All right. All right. What up, World of Wrestling? What up, my man? What up, my man? All right, guys. After you join the Patreon for just $5 a month, head on over to carnivalbar.com. Carnivalbar.com. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivalbar.com using promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING to save 10% at checkout. Carnivalbar.com. A lot of favorites won this past week. Yeah. A lot of chalk this weekend. It's good to have everyone aboard. He thinks Baranchek beats Keyshawn. I'm going to have to get into this video. I'm not saying he can't. He definitely can. But I don't know if I'm going to pick it. I got to get into the tape. Definitely. And Keyshawn's last fight was, which I was at, by the way, was great. He's 12-0 now. I'm not sure Gustavo came to fight. I'm not sure Gustavo Lemos was really there to win. He kind of came there and he missed weight by like 8 pounds or something crazy, something just wild like that. And then got stopped, knocked down multiple times in 2 rounds, absolutely destroyed. It did not look like he was fighting to win. I'll just leave it like that. He was fighting for a paycheck, it seemed. That's not Keyshawn. Keyshawn did what he was supposed to. Keyshawn gave an excellent performance, but Gustavo kind of no-showed. In a fight that I thought would have been a good test for Keyshawn, Gustavo decided he didn't really want to fight too much. Or maybe Keyshawn is just that good. Who knows? It does seem that way. That's the feeling that I got. That's the feeling that I took away from that fight was Gustavo wanted the paycheck. He got the paycheck. And he's like, I'm good. But he also took a haircut on that paycheck because he missed weight by so much. How much did he miss it by? He missed like 6 pounds, something wild. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And I wanted to address this. Rambler, yes. Let me address this first. Injury takes Willie Hutchinson out of showdown with Zach Parker. Willie Hutchinson was withdrawn from Saturday's fight with Zach Parker, dislocating and tearing his left shoulder during sparring. Why would he be sparring a couple of days out from the fight? That makes no sense. That story is sus to me. That story is quite sus. No one is sparring 3 days out from the fight. Sorry, 4 days out, whatever it is, 5 days out from the fight. No one is sparring that close to the fight. Mason is fighting next Friday on the Davis card. Baranchek and Keyshawn. Yes, Manuel Jaimez, 16-2. Nico Ali Walsh, Keon Davis, Bill Melnicki, Rohan Polanco, Jared Anderson. Yeah, not a bad card. Not a bad card at all. I'll pull that card up. We'll get cracking on this. This is next week. I think it's Valentine's Day, isn't that right? Baranchek and Keyshawn Davis, obviously the big one. Xander Zayas and Sloa Spama, Jared Anderson and Marias Calais, Rahan Blanco, Jean Carlos Torres, Vito Malnicki, Connor Croyle in what should be the fight of the night. Really interesting fight. Abdullah Mason, Tiger Johnson. Interesting night of boxing. Interesting night of boxing for sure. All right. There's one other thing. There's a pro box card on Friday, isn't there? Get into this. Yeah, there is. So it's a good card. No, I agree. It's a good card. The other thing I wanted to address, it's Saturday, the pro box card. Cardenas and Acosta, interesting fight. Rakhimov and Paldo, interesting fight. It's a really good fight. Michael Angeletti, Figo Ramirez Gonzalez. This is a good card. Sylvester Quinonez, Danny Cortez. This is a really, 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 really good card. I'm really into this. I am really into this card. This is a really good card. A lot of local Texas fighters. Figo is from Dallas. Sylvester's from Hill Country. Michael Angeletti is from Houston. Obviously, Ramon Cortez is San Antonio. So is this guy Danny Cortez, 10-0 out of Houston, out of San Antonio as well. Only fights at the, but it's a really, really loaded card. Good night of boxing. It's exciting. It's a really good card. We got a good card here. So y'all should check that out. But my point is, so there's no odds on this yet. Like nothing on this card. Cardenas, Rakhimov, Angeletti. There's no odds on any of these fights, correct? Just you guys want to know, we did hit the prop on Claressa Shields. We took Claressa Shields money line. I'm sorry, Claressa Shields by decision. We hit that. Almost didn't. She almost got the stoppage, but like no time left. She nailed Perkins with a right hand, dropped Perkins. Perkins got up, and there was no time left. But if there were any time left, she might have got stopped. So we got away with one there, but we hit it. We hit it. Hutchinson's Parker. This is probably coming off. So right now. Oh, this is February 8th. Yeah. So right now, this is all we got. This is coming off. So we're going to have these two. That's it. I don't love that. We can parlay these two, Valeen and Abdullah. Valeen and Abdullah. We can parlay those two. What is it? So these, if we parlay Miller and Valeen, and I'm completely confident in those two fights. I'm completely confident in Miller and Valeen. It's minus 136, so that's not terrible. That's decent odds in that. That might be worth pursuing. So we're gonna have something. Why not the pro box? I don't know. Or the rest, I don't know. I'm confused by the situation too. But as soon as they have them, I'll make those videos. I just got here. What I miss? We just talked about Willie Hutchinson is out with Parker. Zach Parker. That's off. We talked about the pro box fight, which there are no odds on the pro box yet. There's no. The pro box card's a pretty decent card. I'll pull it up again. Here's the Pro Box card. Cardenas, Rockamorph, good opponents, and Acosta and Paldo. Michael Angeletti. I don't know this guy. Judy Flores, Philippines. Those are kind of Figo Ramirez from Dallas. Really good fighter. He's fighting Jose Lopez. Those are kind of the big names. Those are the fights you want to keep an eye on. But you have Sylvester Quinones out of Hill Country, and you got Danny Cortez on that card as well. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun to watch. But there's no odds on any of it. All Pro Box has right now all pro boxing odds have right now is these three fights, and this just got canceled today. This is off as of today. So we got Zach Miller and Abdullah. I'll get to that video. And right now, tonight, I am releasing Otto Bailin and Derek Chisora. I'm doing I'm sorry, that I already dropped. And then Miller and Abdullah, I will drop that tonight. Bailin and Chisora is already live, so check that out. And then Miller and Abdullah, I'm going to drop that video either tonight or tomorrow morning, but I've already watched all the tape on it. I might want to freshen up on a couple of things, but the work on that is basically done. So we'll have these two out, and I like Abdullah, and I like Otto Bailin. So I like the favorites there. I would feel comfortable parlaying those. If you parlay Abdullah and Otto Bailin using the FanDuel odds, you're going to get about minus 136. Yeah, minus 136, which isn't terrible. Hutchinson is out. That's correct. I'm going to try to go live every night for you guys. I want to bring you guys what we doing. What we doing is Abdullah, Otto Bailin, 2-leg parlay. Right now, we got to wait for DraftKings muscles, but if you have FanDuel, I would tell you to go ahead and parlay Abdullah and Otto Bailin. I would feel comfortable doing that. I will have the Abdullah and Zach Miller video out either tonight or tomorrow. I just need to create the content now, but I've watched all the tape, and I'm confident in picking Zach Miller. The AP is calling it for Masoud Abdullah. I'm going to keep calling him Mason Abdullah, like Abdullah Mason, but it's Masoud Abdullah. I'm going to keep getting that wrong. But I like Abdullah and Bailin for sure. And then Hutchinson and Parker, like we said, is off. So right now we only got 2 fights, but Muscles. Miller is a survivor. He's going to be off the back foot. Just take the money line. Take the money line. The money line, the 2 money line pays minus 136. We're in good shape with that. Just take the money line. Hang on 1 second. I got 10 minutes. It's getting hot and stuffy in here. I needed to put the air on a little bit, cool it down a little bit. I got money on Dricos de Places on the UFC. He is only minus 220. I was talking about Abdullah Mason stoppage. See, this is going to keep Masoud Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason by stoppage is usually a good bet. We got a week and a half till his fight. Let me get into the tape. Let me get one thing at a time. All right. But I mean, Abdullah Mason by stoppage. Do we have a prop on that yet? Let me check that for you. No stoppage prop yet. No stoppage prop yet. But we should have that out. When we have that, we'll take a look at it. It's not really a bad bet. You know, you guys know how I love Abdullah Mason. You guys know how I am with that. I think he's just absolutely phenomenal. So, like I said, I'm gonna drop the Masad Abdullah video, Zach Miller. I'm gonna drop that video, and then that's all we got. I do want to get to this card, the Pro Box card on Friday, but for some reason, there's no card, there's no odds on any of these fights, and we got 4 of them that I would like to get into. At least 3: Angeletti, Rakhimov, and Cardenas, but we don't have any. There's nothing out on it yet. There's nothing that. All right, see, this is where it's going to get. Abdullah Masad is fighting Saturday. I'm sorry. Masad Abdullah is fighting Saturday. British fighter. Abdullah Mason, who we love, is fighting next week. So Abdullah Mason from Cleveland, Ohio, the top-ranked fighter, is fighting next week on the Keyshawn Davis card. Masad Abdullah, British fighter, Frank Warren fighter, is fighting this week. I know that's confusing. I hope that clears it up. Abdullah fights next weekend. Masad Abdullah. I know this is Masood Abdullah fights this weekend. Abdullah Mason fights next weekend. I'll show this one more time. Muscles missed the first few minutes. This guy fights this week. He's going to win. This guy fights next weekend. He's going to win. So, that's where we're at with that. You guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats? Let me know in the chat now. Let me know. I'll try to answer any questions that you guys have. But there's just not a lot going on this week. Right now there are only 2 fights. We're probably going to get at least 2 more. So I'm going to stay on top of that. For you guys. As soon as those odds drop, I'm going to try to release videos for you, make videos for you, have them out for you as quickly as possible. But I'm just waiting on them right now. I'll probably start watching tape on them. So as soon as that information drops, I can have videos out for you. So if I don't drop a video, it's because they haven't dropped the odds yet. I'm going to drop, like I said before, I'm going to drop. There's not going to be a live tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing a live on my Brooklyn Nets channel, but I'm going to drop the live on. I'm going to drop the video on Masad Abdullah and Zach Miller, and then I'm going to start watching the tape on Ramon Cardenas and Rakhimov and Angeletti, and we'll get odds on those as well. Yes, sir. Abdullah, I talked to on Instagram. Abdullah Mason or Masood Abdullah? I know Abdullah Mason quite well. I know, it's confusing as hell. Why do these guys have to have names that sound so much alike? What's up with that? All right, you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, anything like that, let me know. There's just not much to get into. So that's the plan for this week. You got any other news? Anyone Canelo and Crawford. Does anyone? I like Canelo only because he's 20 pounds bigger. Like, that's why I'm picking him. He's a great fighter. He's 20 pounds bigger, so I pick him to win. But does anyone like Crawford in that fight? I give Crawford full credit for taking that fight. But does anyone actually like him to win? Canelo, Jake Paul, and New York with Bam Rodriguez versus Puma Martinez. Bam Rodriguez versus Puma Martinez, I can live with. Canelo, Jake Paul, that's, obviously that's out. That's out, obviously. Sean's got Crawford winning on points. Interesting. All right. I got to take the guy that's 20 pounds bigger. I thought at 154 that Crawford was fighting out of his size. I thought that was too much weight for him. 168, another 2 weight class. I can't see it, man. I think Crawford's the best, man. I really do. I think Crawford's a damn near perfect fighter, but it's 2 more weight classes. I can't see it. Wait, what? This is real? Wow, this is real. That's wild. Wow. What's up with that? Canelo is fighting Jake Paul. It's a clown show, man. Absolute clown show. Yeah, I can't kill Crawford. I gotta take the bigger guy. I probably won't bet on it because I don't like betting on these kind of weight mismatches. But there's weight classes for a reason. Like there really is. There's weight classes for a reason. Okay, I got Canelo 2 World of Wrestling. Floyd was the only one to make Canelo look the way he looked. Well, after that, yeah, and look, Canelo, I'm not making excuses. Floyd's a great fighter. Canelo was 22 or 23 at that time. He wasn't as good as he is now or at his best. And Floyd schooled him. And Floyd's the best. So there's that. Benavidez, yeah. Canelo won't fight Benavidez, but he'll fight Jake Paul. I'm not dumping on Canelo. I'm not a Canelo hater, but this is what it's at right now. He's fighting Jake Paul and a guy at their best. Crawford is 147. At his best, Canelo's 168. That's 21 pounds. That's 3 weight classes. That's too much weight. It is too much weight. I understand Canelo went up to 54. It's obviously not his best weight class. Just like 175 is not Canelo's best weight, even though he won a world title there. All right. So again, any other questions, comments? Let me pull up back the scene, see if we have any other news I need to address. Yeah. Conor Benn heading to Spain to fight Chris Eubank. Jesus Ramos going back to 54. And that's pretty much it. Clarissa Shields obviously won, so we hit that parlay last night. Is Turkey involved in what fight? No, not that I'm aware of. In the Jake Paul fight, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. Is Chris Eubank any good? I'm a casual. He's all right. He's good. He's not. Yes, Chris Eubank is good. Chris Eubank's father was phenomenal. Chris Eubank Jr. is still very good. He's not his dad. He's 35 years old now, but he's a good fighter. He's coming off a win over Jamarger. He lost. He's got a win over Liam Smith, and he's got a loss to Liam Smith. So that's what he's done recently. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. All right. I guess that's it. Muscles Brown says Canelo trying to follow Floyd blueprint. It's fighting the Paul brothers. Think about it. He's trying to cash out back to back with fighting Jake Paul and Crawford. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm wondering if that's it for him. He's going to make money fighting Jake Paul, and he's obviously going to make money fighting Crawford, but he ain't going to fight Benavidez. His chin is gone. He sparred too hard. Are we talking about Eubank? I wonder who's the favorite in Ben Eubank. Conor Benn looks shot. I would imagine Eubank's naturally bigger. Conor Benn looked like trash in the Dobson fight, and that was the last time he fought, which was a year ago. Let me see if we got odds on that yet. We probably don't, but let me check. It's April 26th. Let me check real quick. Here we go. You ask and you shall receive. Conor Benn minus 150. I mean, Chris Eubank. I'm sorry, Chris Eubank minus 150. Conor Benn plus 115. So Eubank Jr. is a favorite for now. Yeah, Roy Jones left Eubank because he knows he's washed up probably. But Conor Benn is not good anymore either. We saw the Dobson fight. He's no longer on the juice. I would take Eubank. So it's two washed fighters. Yeah, Conor Benn's not really washed. Like, he's not old. Like, how old's Conor Benn? He's not old. But he was manufactured on steroids, and since he's come off the steroids, he's not particularly good. So if you want to call that washed, I mean, I guess it's washed. He's not what he once was because he's no longer on the sauce. Once you lose the sauce, you lose it all. Let me let you guys know if you have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up. I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be dropping the Abdullah versus Zach Miller video. That will be live. You will have that guy either tonight, probably tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. And then I will not be live Tuesday, but then I will be live Wednesday and Thursday. I will be out of town Friday and Saturday, back on Sunday. And then we got a huge week. So I'm going to get as much video and as much content out to y'all as I can. That is my promise to you. We will have a lock right now. I believe that lock is Abdullah and Valeen money line minus 136, but I'll confirm that. I'll firm that up as we get closer. All right, y'all. February 3rd, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless. Yes, Asad Hutchinson is out. That fight is off. Hutchinson pulled out of that fight. So he injured, dislocated shoulder, I think I said. So he's out of that fight. So that fight's off. So we only got 2 fights right now. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Gonna head out. I will see you guys on Wednesday night. It's a pleasure. Thank you, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.